This is going to be part one of two for advanced functions on arrays. So JavaScript has a number of different methods, also called functions, that you can use with arrays that make them much easier to deal with, and they do things that would probably take a lot of time and debugging if you tried to build them yourself. So I'm going to teach you some of those in this video, and then the next video teach you even more, because JavaScript does have quite a few methods built in for arrays. So the very first thing I'm going to do is an array that, or a function that will help you print out an array in a way that you can actually use. And there's two functions that are pretty similar. And the first one I'm going to do is called the toString method. So I'm going to create an array. So var my array, and we're going to set it equal. We're going to add some more baseball teams: Yankees, Mets, Indians, and let's see, Astros. Okay, and just to show you that that is all there, we will print it out, and we got our four teams. Okay, now if I want to actually print this out in something that I can use, like on a website, or you know, if I need it in a string format, we're going to use the toString. It's pretty easy to remember. So we're going to type my array and dot. The easiest way to use these JavaScript type functions is in what's called dot notation. So my array, and the console actually gives you a lot of examples, and a lot of these we're going to be going over. These are for the most part all functions of JavaScript. So we're going to go with the toString. And whenever you use a function, you end it with parentheses. So we're going to do that, and you can see printed out, we have a string that says Yankees, comma, Mets, comma, Indians, comma, Astros, and that's perfect. Now the one thing that I use quite a bit is actually the join function, and it's very similar, except the difference is that you can actually place things inside of it. So you can join something and then put other information in that will let you add it to that array, so or to what gets printed out. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put a space in between. If you noticed at this last one, it just printed them all out, but there weren't any spaces. So if I do this, now you can see that it actually has a space in between each, and I can also put a comma. So I put that, and now you have Yankees, comma, space, Mets, and you can use it however you want. The other thing you can do with this is you can store all of these functions and everything that gets returned. You can store all of this in a variable. So say I want to do var my variable and do my array, and then do a join, and then do exactly what we typed in. So this will be a string variable, and I did a comma in there. And now if I want to print out my variable, or I want to use it in anything, it prints out, and I have a full string right inside that variable pulled in from the array. So you can use join or toString. I usually do toString because it's a little bit more flexible, but it's completely up to you and what you prefer. Okay, the next function we're going to do, and I still have my array right here just so you can see that. The next one we're going to do is called concat, which is short for concatenation. And so what this function does is it makes it so you can actually combine arrays. So right here we have our baseball team array, but say we wanted to make it our sports team array. And so we're going to create a new one. And so we'll go var NFL teams. And we'll create some NL teams. We'll do Cardinals. We'll do 49ers. Do Chiefs, and we'll do Jaguars. Okay, so we have our NFL team array now, and you can see all of those are there. So if we want to have a sports team array where we combine all of them, the concat function makes it very easy to do. So to do that, we're going to create a new variable called var sports teams, and we're going to set it equal to my array dot concat, and then in concat we're going to put in the NFL teams array. And so hit enter, and now let's print out sports teams. Now you can see that because the concat function put these two arrays together, it put them together and then stored them inside sports teams. And so now you can use sports teams however you want. So I'm going to clear out the console, and so we have 3 arrays to work with now. So that's how you use the concat function. The next one we're going to do is called the reverse function, and so what that does is it takes all of the items and it just sorts them completely in reverse. So we're going to take the sports teams and call on reverse, and now you can see that it's sorted Jaguars, Chiefs, 49ers. It's completely backwards, and it doesn't actually change the array itself. I'm sorry, it actually does change the array itself. I was thinking of a different programming language. JavaScript has what's called mutable arrays, so you can actually change the arrays. A lot of other arrays, like in, I believe it's Java and Objective-C, they have immutable arrays, which means that any functions you put on the array doesn't actually change it. You have to go and put it into a new variable, but I forgot. JavaScript does actually let you change that. So when I reversed it, it actually did swap it out. And now we can switch it back again. And there we go. And now you can see we have our array sorted however we want. This just did it in reverse for how it got entered in. In the next video, we're going to go into using sorting a little bit more powerfully by having sorting methods placed on it for alphabetical and value-based type sorting. So we're going to clear this out, and the next one we are going to do is the pop method, and what this does is it removes the very last element inside the array, and then it also returns whatever that element is. So this will find it for you and bring it back. So we're going to do sports teams pop, and you're not giving any arguments, and that returns Jaguars. And as we pop that open, you can see that our array now does not have Jaguars because we popped it off. It's an easy way to think. It gets whatever got placed at the end of the array is what gets taken off of that. So that is the pop method, and it's pretty much the opposite of the push method, which we did last time. If you don't remember that or you didn't watch the video all the way through, I'll show you how we do push. So sports teams dot push, and we'll give a different team. We'll give it the Jets. And now I will print out sports teams for you, and now you can see the Jets have been added. And when you use push, the other thing, if you notice how that 8 got returned, all that did was it added it to the array, and then it returned the value that it got placed at. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so this actually it gave you the total value of the array. So it now has 8 items. So if you're building JavaScript function or a program and you want to know the total after you've pushed a new item onto an array, this does it for you automatically. So we went over the join function, the concat, the pop, the reverse, and the push in this video. And in the next video we'll go over some more, such as the slice and some of the sorting ones, and so stay tuned for that one.